Alrighty then, folks. Hello there, and welcome back to some more new Gundam Breaker. So in the last episode, we finished the Principality of Shion mission, which I gotta say was a lot more fun than the other ones. Sadly, I still like Chinatsu's the best, just because, like, we actually understood about Chinatsu by the end, versus Shion's where we didn't know much. Or, well, Shion's was interesting because it was a counterpoint, but it could have been so much better. Marika, like, she's shy. That's about it. Recoco was okay. I don't really remember much of it because I tried recording on a bad time. But I remember it being basically generic and her, oh, I'm doing bad, but, you know, you'll be better, right? It's like, whatever, kid. Just, you know, act against the student council because it's clearly not working. Iori's I liked a little bit, and Yui was... I've said it once, I've said it again. Yui's was the most generic thing I've ever seen. Which, well, it might have some good things. I didn't enjoy it. But anyway, now we're to the bonus character, which is Recoco. Or... Recoco? I'm just gonna keep calling her Recoco because that was a character from Zeta Gundam. Basically, she was a former AUG, who were the good guys in that series at least. They weren't really good, but it was kind of good. And she was a former AUG pilot who defected to the Titans because Shirako treated her like a person versus everyone else who didn't, I think. And, you know, Char didn't like her and denied her advances, so she was really mad about that. And the secret backstory you learn about her is she actually got raped during the 1 Year War, and the Federation did nothing, so she hated the Federation. And I forget what else happened. It wasn't really all that important. But yeah, so this is Recoco, the weird AI who friended us and then disappeared for 4.5 episodes. Well, not 4.5 episodes, I should say about 6 storylines, but like 4.5 weeks. But it's boring, Yui.
それとちょっとお願いがあるんだけど、実はここのバトルシステムとガンプラ側のスキャナの調整をしておきたかったんだけど。
I did think about changing Bake Simul, but I decided I don't care enough for this final campaign.
お母さんからメールが届いて、親戚のおばさんが来たから早く帰ってきなさいって。もういつまでも子供じゃないんだけどな。
Okay, so I always thought this was a boarding school, but I guess that makes sense.
というわけで悪いんだけど、もし時間あるなら調整頼めない？マニュアル見ればすぐできると思うから。
Alright, so first you gotta do is you have to align the x-axis with the y coordinates on the VRV feed. Connect it through a VGA with an STR cable, and then run coax from the DVR to the VMA to run the ZN2 all the way to connect to the exchange server so you can send a single email. Once that email goes through, you have to run an RFC scan to the lab VNC to connect to RCT value. Easy, right? I made up half of that. Some of it was real though. And I was like, wait, this is too much. I have to go back. Yeah. Ooh. You know how to get to me donuts. And by that I mean I actually don't like donuts. But if I do have to eat a donut, it's all about that coconut, yo. Three weeks later.
フレンドからの新着メッセージが1件あります。チームサイドゼロ結成おめでとう。なんだかすごい転入生が現れたって噂になってるよ。
Yeah, her name is Recoco.
ところでよかったらこの後少し一緒に遊ばない？ OK ならボイスチャットに来てね。あ、リーダーくんだよね。
リーダーくん。
はじめまして、レココです。で、前に一回一緒に遊んでるよね。こうしてまた会えて嬉しいな。こんな可愛い子でびっくりした？やだな。アバターだけど嬉しいわ。
LOL? Oh, I get it.
で、そん んな一人ボケしてる場合じゃなくて、早速だけどミッションいいかな。誘っておいてなんだけど、あんまり時間ないんだ。
We should do a G-Cube battle.
ちょっと今友達とかオフラインなんだよね。だからこっちのミッションでお願いね。違うよ。
I honestly don't remember the difference. I think the G-Cube was actually the 3x3 one.
それじゃミッションスタート。
But you're like a rogue AI, right? Shouldn't time be a kind of a nebulous concept for you? Gundam Green Doll. Then again, I think every decision the AI would be made would be based in cycles. So I guess they'd have a different version of measurement, but they would actually understand time, maybe? I guess? Well, actually, she says something more like Recoco launching, but whatever. It can be Recoco time as well. Of course, this is the stage where you just try and get 15 while while your allies kill everything. Should be pretty interesting, to say the least. By that I mean probably there's gonna be a small fight that she's gonna defeat on her own while I'm not paying attention, and trying to, you know, like kill Hyzax or whatever. Though I don't think Hyzax are in this game. I don't think Hyzax have been in any of the games, for that matter. But I was just talking about Zeta, so you know, I had to mention Hyzax. Oh, I'd love the Galbaldi, to be honest. I feel like a Galbaldi A would be cool. The Galbaldi being the combination of the Gion and the Galgoog. I think I talked about that a couple of missions ago, but yeah. The Galbaldi B was a Titan's mobile suit that Lilla used in Double Zeta. Or in Zeta. Not Double Zeta. I don't think... No, the Galbaldi Beta was in Double Zeta, but only for like 30 seconds. Because there are Titans pilots who defected to Axis after the Titans were defeated. Because basically what happens is they were treated as war criminals, because they basically were. Anyone who stayed with the Titans anyway. If they had defected till I believe right after Dekar, they were basically forgiven for most of their crimes. Unless they did something very heinous, which even those guys were forgiven in a sort of Operation Paperclip kind of way. But not really. We don't really have many details on what or why they were actually forgiven, but they were. They even pardoned a couple of Xeon war criminals, which was kind of strange. I don't remember what series that was in, though. Was it Noble Shrouder they mentioned that, or? Oh, it's GPO 3. Okay. Noble Shroud being the piratey unicorn one. You know, the one with Zizulu, which was basically a Gear Zulu with a claw for hand. I don't think the Gear Zulu's in this game, is it? I don't think it was in the original game either, but I could be wrong. Not the original game, but I mean 3. I'm pretty sure it wasn't in 1. What target we destroying? Oh. Gundam Alex. I'm still really surprised like the Tristan isn't in this game. The Tristan being the newest of the Gundams, because it was from Twilight Axis, I think it was officially called. Which even the writer considered that series a giant flop, which, you know, it totally was. That was not very good. If you didn't see, it was 6 micro episodes, and none of them really made sense. If you read the books, it did make sense, but a manga, or not a manga, the story as a whole was kind of really bad. I still want to know why Haman just left all those mobile suits, or not Haman, charges left all those mobile suits in Axis, just completely ignoring them. It's like, hey, we don't have enough. We have too many pilots and not enough mobile suits. Yeah, we don't need these mobile suits. We'll just leave them. And you'll have good stuff too, like Zaku Freeze. If you don't know, Twilight Axis was basically this group of scientists go back to Axis to investigate something. I can't remember what it is. Axis being the colony that the former mining base slash colony that Neo Zeon was from. The first Neo Zeon, not the Char one, that had reinvaded the Earth sphere during Zeta, when it actually won the Grips conflict just due to being the one who wasn't super fucked up after the war. They're led by Haman using Minerva Zabi as a scapegoat, basically. Minerva Zabi being Besabi's daughter, or Dozel's daughter. And I think she was born on the way to Axis even. But a lot of Zeon officials had escaped to Axis right after the 1 Year War. Except for, you know, Seema got denied because she was a war criminal, because Asakura told everyone that she did the gassing when he really had. I never really understood how that worked, but that happened. Yeah, they also helped out in 0083 and some other stuff. Yeah, they went to go investigate Axis and they got attacked by Bush Concern, who is a salvage company who are also, you know, incredibly powerful in the Federation due to some Vis family meddling and then some other stuff. And eventually they would form SRI, which is the company that would develop the F-91 and a lot of the later mobile suits. I believe they even helped with the Victory, but I could be wrong there. But yeah, they used the former Tristan, or the former Alex. They had upgraded it to basically the same level as the High New, or the New, depending on which universe they are in. I can't remember offhand. But it would eventually get destroyed, or, well, it didn't really get destroyed. Like, they had this big mobile armor battle in the end. But they somehow had got the remains of the Tristan from the 1 Year War and had upgraded it, which it came out around the same time as IBO did. So it was basically the year of Gundam actually figuring out how salvage worked. Because before it was like some sort of weird magic that, like, when you salvage something it automatically gets repaired. It was kind of weird. Oh, hey. Recoco actually got a thing. I'm just waiting for my gun to recharge and then I'll kill him. Oh, come on. I know I'm overheated, but just jump. Okay. Good enough. I didn't want to lose just because, you know, I didn't kill him, even though he was so close to dying. But hey, we got some Gatling guns. I think we already had all those, actually. Some Mercury Lev Gatling guns. Still not quite sure what Mercury Lev is, but whatever. Victory Gundam arms, Victory Gundam backpack. That shield looks pretty cool. If it was huge, I would use it, but I'm not really interested in that one. And then the Gundam Alex legs. Woo. Oh, I did also spend a bunch of my money on getting new suits, I think, or on new full sets. I believe we're on 26 now, which would be pretty cool. We need 30 for that achievement, and then I'm done. I mean, she did make us do that friend request, like 4 missions ago.
また連絡するから、私からのメッセージ、君の個人のアドレスにも届くように設定しといてね。
Change your settings?
これからも頑張ってね。
I mean, she could always just email your personal.
システムを終了します。
Oh, that was the end. Alright, I will say, I kind of expected that. I don't know, Recoco really sounds like she'd be a good, like, third-party character, like, you know, an actual legit side mission in the main story. Where, like, where if you combined all the stuff until the very end where it's split off, like, Recoco would be the perfect actual side story, where, like, you know, you just occasionally do battles with her, and then you get some weird lore and get to talk about your experiences and junk. That's only 16 minutes. Fuck it, let's do it. I was gonna end the episode, but fuck it. But, like, she'd be the perfect, legit, actual side story. So, unlike the other ones where we actually fought Shogo, this is after that, like, immediately after that, I think. My bad for skipping that one conversation. Basically. Who's Korra? Oh, Iori. Gotcha.
コウラさん、かっこいい。俺好きになっちゃったかも。
That's a very bold thing to say to her face. So un-Japanese, dude.
ホームルーム始めますよ。ヤッホー、元気？今日も放課後ミッションしない？チャットで待ってるからね。
I already hate talking to her.
ホームルーム中よ。先生に怒られても知らないんだから。はい、コーラさん、静かにね。すみません。
So you see, Gunpla was made originally in 1982 to sell toys because Bandai's like that. It was popularized by the manga True Gundam, which produced the perfect Gundam, where the main character threw together some parts he had because he couldn't afford to buy kits like the rich kids. I think that's actually the story. I don't think that's ever been translated to English, but it's like legit a kids manga for Gunpla. It's kind of nice. Seriously, what are you doing that you don't have a lot of time? We should do a cube battle. No problem. See, like, this is my imagination. If it was a side story, like, eventually you'd keep bugging her about doing a G-Cube battle, and eventually she'd be like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. But right now, it's just kind of like, she's gonna give the, oh, my friends are offline message. And you'll slowly find out that she doesn't really have friends. That she's all just imagining it, and you're the only one she can go to. But since she's an AI, she's slowly going crazy. She doesn't know if she's just programmed that way, or if it's actually a real emotion. Again, Bandai, hire me. I can make the story so much hammier, but so much better. Like, I would have Iori and Yui fight over you, except for you don't choose any of them. Instead, you choose the mysterious Ryoka to go to do Valentine's Day things with. But then you secretly find out Ryoka's in love with Senna. And that is why she originally joined the student council. It was all for Senna's love. But in fact, Senna's in love with Yuki. And Yuki's in love with himself. Or no, Yuki's actually secretly in love with you. You're his childhood friend too, but you don't remember him. But you beat him in that one tournament, and he was so disappointed that you didn't remember him. So now he took over the school he knew you were going to go to. But, in fact, you didn't actually go there. He was so sad, so confused. He didn't know what to do with himself. But then you transferred back. And that's where you get this story. Also, Yuki worships Satan. So it's all good. He's a Satanist, so you don't have to feel bad about him. Kind of, this whole lock-on issue that's came since the patch is kind of annoying me. But the performance on the free patch was so bad that I'm okay with it. So how do you guys like my story? Is it any good? Do you absolutely adore me for it? Do you feel sad that Yuki is so forgotten? Or that Yui's been in love with you for forever, but she doesn't know her true feelings? That she actually likes Ryoka more than you? But you are her dream? And so it's her whole story is, you know, you fighting with Ryoka to find out who she truly loves. And then in the very end, she leaves you for Ryoka. Unless you do the super secret ending. Which the only way you can unlock her super secret ending is if you stab her in the back in one mission. A decision you'd never think you'd have to take, but you have to take it. There's also branching stories and all that kind of stuff. You know, all that stuff good stories have. Then again, just having a branching story doesn't mean you're good, but it would make it a lot better. Shield booster! Let's see. What would I do to Chinatsu's story? Because really, like, she doesn't have friends, but when she started doing Gunpla, she got friends. And then, you know, everyone started shunning her because they didn't like what she was doing, even though she was trying really hard just to keep her friends. I mean, like, I don't really think I would change anything for that. That's actually a pretty okay story. You know, just that'd make it a little bit more self-reflective. Oh hey, a GPO. I'm really hoping I get the nuclear bazooka, because I apparently missed it in the original patch, but the nuke bazooka was super broken. I kind of really want to try it, but I don't want to, you know, reload and shit, so it's probably never gonna happen. Oh, god damn it, they're underground. I have a glare right over the corner of my screen, just because of my lamp. So, like, trying to see that stuff is moving my head away from the mic. So my bad if I get, like, really distant because of it. So I'm assuming this is a 21, just because the other ones are, but it might be just a 15, since it's a personal mission and no real enemies. Ooh, or the GPO2 shield. I want that. Oh, I was really hoping the box was right there. Key part's more important than fighting right now. They're all the way down there. God damn it.
回収クエストはチームワークが重要だよね。うまく
I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but after we finished that first mission, this one, or, that teleporter actually came into effect. Also, I can't actually go out this way, so the teleporter was useless. God damn it. I was looking for the key part guy. Hey, Recoco, you can do it.
クエストクリア。
Oh, good job.
いい動きだったね。
Alright, let's go kill the Archangel. Oh, hey, Golden Sumo.
クエスト開始だね。君のプレイ期待してるよ。お、キーバーズだね。
Oh, we got 2 Golden Sumo heads. Perfect. We already have the full Gion set, I believe. But just in case, I wanted to grab some padding.
ポイントゲット。どんどん稼いでこう。
Kinda wish the booster allowed us to move more than just forward, but
バ
whatever.
ッチリ活躍しちゃうよ。
And it sounds like the Argama is trying to shoot us through the wall.
これが一番相手を出し抜いた感があるよね。
I was kinda hoping we'd level up and get the kick, so I could go kick the Argama.
片付けていくのが効率的かな。
That'd be absolutely hilarious. Yeah, we got it. Fuck yes.
クエストクリア。いい動きだったね。あ、クエスト始まったね。
Where is
どう
it?
やって片付けていくのが効率的
Of course, it's down on the ground. I'm like looking up in the air, like, huh, where is it? Yeah, I kicked it too.
ポイントゲット。どんどん稼いでこう。任せて任せて。バッチリ活躍しちゃうよ。
Full faceplant. I'm pretty sure we would have lost if we didn't kill him in enough time, but whatever. It worked. And it only dropped one part, it looks like. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. I have grenades? Or I have generator. Not sure what those are for. Oh, I'll probably know if I looked at it. Ooh, and we got the strike shooter? Oh, is that the double pick? Oh, no. I thought that was the double pistols from the Strike Noir for some reason. Yeah, so we got the head for the Hazel, we got the arms for the Alex, some guns for the Versago, the radiator shield for the GPO2, which is pretty cool. I kind of want to use that. And then the Gundam Alex head. Nothing bad there. But yeah, folks, I think after this, we'll be done with this episode. If you liked it, you should like it. If you didn't, you should dislike it. We'll be back for the rest of Recoco tomorrow, I think. Unless this is more than, 6 stages.
それじゃ今日はこの辺で。生徒会と戦うのは怖いけど、パーツ集めぐらいなら協力するから。また一緒に遊んでね。
Yeah, but you see, the battles all had the same
フレンドの
parts.
リココが退出しました。システムを終了します。
And that's the end. Yep, that's the end. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be an 8 mission instead of a 6 mission, but unless, we get to completely skip over the confession scene, so it might be a 7 kind of thing. Maybe. Though she might... Yeah, I think she will help us against the student council, at least during with the battle with Yuki. I don't know about with Recoco and or Ryoka and Senna, but she'll at least help us with Yuki. I know it. But anyway, good night, folks.